that I just assume you're a pussy if you don't like me. Well, all throughout my life, I've always been a problematic person. And not because I wanted to be. I never bullied anybody. I was never intentionally hurtful. Unless I was dating somebody. But I think the reason why I was like that with someone I was dating is because, like, I am so protective over my boundaries. And it is a very lonely life, for sure. Because when you're like that, you're not able to be satisfied in any kind of relationship. You're always disassociating your way out of it. And so, why would I do that to myself? Why would I do that to somebody else? That's not fair. But that doesn't mean that sometimes it doesn't bother me that I'm like that. But it's better than the alternative. It's better than me gaslighting myself into thinking another relationship will work. You know? What a cortex. You see? Can you see the smiley? Can you see the smiley? We have to get up closer to the smiley. Stuff like this amuses me, y'all. Anyway. Goodbye, smiley truck. You're so fucking cute. But no, I don't just assume bad things about you because you assume bad things about me. That's not fair. Like, it's totally fine to not like somebody or to, like, not vibe. Like, that's fine. There are plenty of people that I don't vibe with for whatever reason. That doesn't mean that I have to be ugly to them or anything. I mean, I'm not ugly. People might accuse me of that, but that's because they're weak. I'm not a mean-spirited person. I don't say things to people. Like, I've gotten a lot better at not saying things that, you know, they're not necessary. It's kind of like, you know, with feelings. Like, women are so emotional, they just go with, like, whatever emotion they're experiencing, and they don't see the problem with that. They don't see how that's dumb, and how that makes them look really stupid, and chaotic, and unstable, and all that. But that's the same logic that you have to apply with, you know, fucking thoughts. Like, if you're not gonna just chase every emotion that you feel and assume that it's correct because that's how you feel at the time, so you have no self-control, okay? Like, don't do that with feelings, and don't do that with thoughts. You know, just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's correct. And just because you have a feeling doesn't mean that it's right. And it's definitely not anybody's fucking business. You know? Like, there are things that other people like that I don't. Like, I don't have to shit on it. Unless they specifically ask me. If they specifically ask me, then I'll shit on it. But if they don't ask me, then I don't need to insert my opinion. You know? And I think that that's really hard for people. And as we've seen with social media, people can't wait to insert their opinion. They can't wait to tell you all about how they think they feel in that particular moment about something that they just found out about. But yeah, when society is that fucking pig-headed, that society cannot be trusted, you know? I don't understand how that's hard to understand. And you see the majority, and like the kinds of excuses the majority makes for really bad behavior. Not just other people's bad behavior, but their own bad behavior. And then people just they don't want to apply any knowledge. Because that would force them to have to think like bigger picture style. And if they thought bigger picture style, they will realize that a lot of the stuff that they do goes right along with the stuff that they think is bad. So, and no, I'm not just talking about smartphones. But y'all know how much we hate smartphones. And everybody should have this level of disdain. And the reason why they don't is because they have gotten used to being an addict. So they've gotten used to having constant access to terrible information and reacting to that terrible information all the time. And so I know that I'm a total loon, but at least I'm not allowing my emotions to be manipulated by the media. TikTok is a fucking psyop. I keep seeing more and more TikToks that are obviously fake. They're obviously paid actors. They're obviously trying to generate a reaction out of society. And what's interesting is that the internet, more specifically social media, has really like stirred this whole provoke the masses culture. You know, like before Joe Rogan's podcast, you know, there weren't a bunch of people that were like talking about political things all the time. You know, you didn't have all these commentators. That was the thing you saw on CNN. That was the thing you saw on Fox News. Now, it's like you have all these people that are talking about different things that are going on. And I'm not saying they're all wrong. I'm not saying that they all have bad intentions. I'm just saying that this is like a trend. Okay? And none of them are social commentators like me, because, well, they'd probably be in a state of depression.